Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone in your family is all right. Today's video is gonna be in English because we're reading a book. Uh, book is called Honk on the Road. It's by the Discovery Channel. It includes noise for vehicles. They have a tractor. We have a monster truck. We have a train, a semi, helicopter, a car, sports car. We also have a police patrol, a firefighter unit, a tipping tractor, and a scooping tractor, I think. So let's start reading it. Ooh, it's a little bit old. I think I'm gonna have to move this a little bit over here. Okay, so this big tractor is bringing a trailer full of supplies to the farm. Which one is it? Is this one? Broom, broom, broom. The driver sits high up in the tractor's cab. This helps him to see into the distance. This is a cab. Watch out! There's a monster truck racing over the ramp. Here it is. It's yellow. Brum, brum, brum. Monster trucks are so big they can crash a car. Oh, look, small cars. Monster truck is crashing them. I've never been to a monster truck show. I do have been driving tractors, especially not like these ones. Oh, a little bit bigger tractors that I have driven. Lots of people are speeding into the city on the busy train. Choo-choo! Trains run along smooth, shiny tracks. This is a bullet train. Yeah, they tend to go in and out of cities. This is another bullet train. Oh yeah. It's not a train because it's got one track. So this is a monorail. They tend to build this for inner city moving, and they're getting built for getting in and outside of the city quick. This truck honks. Its horn has it wait to cross the train tracks. Honk, honk. Trucks need to have a lot of wheels because they carry heavy loads. So they tend to have 18 wheelers, they are called. They have 8 wheels here, another 8 in the back, there's 16, 17, 18. The 2 front tires are for steering the trailer. Everything else, well, these ones are for traction, and the backup ones, the very back ones, they have a braking system, and they support the back end of the load. I do have a driver's license, for an international driver's license for trucks. I have been driving those for quite a while, and it's exciting to be able to drive trucks and having been able to see all the scenery. Look, a noisy helicopter is hovering high in the sky. Whirr, whirr. Helicopters can fly in any direction, even backwards. So yeah, helicopters. I've never been to a helicopter, but I do understand that they can fly in whichever direction in the three axis. Well, I have to change my hand because we're supposed to use this hand to represent the three axis. X, Y, sorry, X, Y, and Z. They can travel like this, like this, like this, or a combination. Look both ways. This sports car is driving down the road. Beep beep. Drivers have to stop in if the traffic light is red. When it turns green, they can drive on. Brum. What's your favorite color for a sports car? Oh, they tend to say red is the cutest color for a sports car. I know a little bit about cars. I don't know a lot, but I can tell you over here the green car. The green car. It's a Chevy Corvette. And over here we have a Nova, which is also a Chevy. I don't know if this book is sponsored by Chevrolet. I do know this car comes with a 6-cylinder engine in the V configuration, and this car comes with an 8-cylinder engine also in a V configuration. I don't know how long or how many versions of a Corvette have been. Could be 8 or 9. The last one, this is 2024 this year, so the last one, the newest one, it stopped being a front driven engine. The engine's not longer in the front of the car. It's in the back. A little bit in the back, a little bit in the middle, but the driver is in front of the engine. And in the previous versions, the driver was behind the engine. But I consider it a middle engine layout because most of the time the engine is either behind the front wheels or behind or in front of the back wheel. So most of the weight of the engine sits in the middle of the wheels. Do I recommend buying a Corvette or a Chevy? I wouldn't know. It depends on your needs. Both are good sports cars, but I tend to like more the Japanese cars made in Asia, although those are smaller cars. Mostly V6s and 4-cylinder cars with turbos. Not a lot of 8-cylinder engines. They tend to use the 8-cylinder engines for trucks, for service trucks, for other kind of stuff. The Japanese, they live in a very small island and they do not need to drive long distances compared to Americans, Europeans, other people. They don't tend to have big engines on their cars. Most of the big engine cars are made for foreigners, for Japanese foreign markets. For example, Americans, Europeans, they tend to do bigger engines. Oh, what do we have here? The lights are flashing on these police cars. They are on the way to an emergency. Wah, 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 wah. The loud siren warns other drivers to move aside and let the police car pass. We have a fleet here of police cars, which are American cars. These are Ford Crown Victoria. It's the model. It's a special model made for the police. The Ford company calls it a police interceptor. They are a V8. It's on the Panther platform. They are really reliable and they stop The Ford company stopped issuing this model card. They stopped using it for regular production or for production for police departments in the United States. Nowadays, you see mostly they are using sports utilitarian vehicles or plain what they call them. It's a vans, sports utilitarian vehicles. It depends on the state. Some states use Ford Explorer. Some states use Dodge, which is Dodge Durango, and Chevy. If they do use Chevy trucks or Chevy SUVs, they use the Silverado or the. I don't think they use the Silverado. Oh, it's the Suburban. The Suburban. That's what they use nowadays. They mostly use those cars. They don't use this kind of cars. And you can actually buy this from special dealerships that sell used police vehicles all over the United States. I do recommend, if you want a big comfortable car, you can get one of these as not as a Crown Victoria, but there's a Mercury Marauder, I think's the name, and there's also a Lincoln Town Car, which is the same vehicle, sort of. The interiors are different. Over here, coming through, this fire truck zooms past the cars to reach the fire. Look, they have two cars here. This is an Audi. This is a Dodge Challenger, I don't remember the name. Nina. A fire truck carries firefighting equipment, such as a ladder, a hose, and a water truck. So this truck right here, this has the ladder over here, and it has the hoses in the middle. It has space for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 or 8 people. Here is a pump. It's been driven by the engine of the fire truck, and that allows the firefighters to use their hoses to spray the water on the fires. There's also one here. These vehicles tend to be really old. And they tend to not be as used as other vehicles, especially in the United States. But I can say this is a clever. Well, it's not a clever thing. It's something that I know. That's it. In Asian countries, they don't use these large trucks. They use smaller trucks like Isuzu trucks or Hino trucks. They do tend to carry water or equipment, but those are way smaller trucks because the streets on the cities are of Asian countries. They're way shorter. They don't have a lot of space to drive these huge trucks, so they tend to use smaller trucks, which are also cargo trucks or service trucks. Those are just modified to carry all the equipment that the firefighters need. Last, the dump truck crashes and clanks as it pours out gravel and dirt. Clank, 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 crash. A dump truck can lift up at one end to dump out its load. For this, front loader is digging up the ground. Weir. Front loaders use their big frontal blades to move soil or stones. Now, this is a small one, but this is a big one. And for this, you do have more competition in the United States. It used to be only Caterpillar have equipment like this for construction or for mining. But nowadays, you see Deere equipment. Deere is used to be a manufacturer of only farm equipment, and now Deere does farm equipment and also construction site equipment. Caterpillar happens the same. They also do farm equipment and they do construction. There's another manufacturers of heavy machinery such as Komatsu. We have from Asia. We have Case. We also have Case are the red ones. Deere are the green ones. Caterpillar are the yellow ones. We have Komatsu, and I do believe there's another Case, Hayes. I think it's called Hayes. Those are green with gray. But I only have seen those as farm equipment, not as construction equipment. So we can say that's the end of this book. I hope you like it. I hope you got to enjoy it as much as I did. Honk on the Road, 10 noise vehicles. I think this is quite an old book, and it's suitable for people over 2 years, and it's fun to press the noises, I guess, when you're old. Not when you're old, when you're young. What else should I say about books? Well, I fully recommend you getting the habit of reading books. Today it's children's books, but if you do get to read other books, I would recommend you reading Madame Bovary, which is a classical. You can also read something which is a French book also. Madame Bovary is written by a French author. If you want to read something in Spanish, there's a lot of authors you could read. Right now, doesn't cross my mind. A very good Spanish book. I couldn't say. I mean, you can read Don Quixote, but that's a classical and it's a heavy reading, if you ask me. It's not as engaging as it could be for modern or postmodern. In the postmodern era, it's a book that talks about knights, although it's not based on that period. And books in English that I would recommend. I would like to have something on top of The Great Gatsby. I saw the movie. I never read the book, but it's that book. It's about some people and how these people from the 1920s who get to be rich are using other people for their own benefit, for their own pleasure, for their own convenience. They don't treat people like people. They treat people like stuff that you get to use for feeling good about yourself, for getting fame, recognition, for getting pleasure out of life. And you might say whatever you want to say about that. I think it's not good. I think people are more than just this one-dimensional aspect of your life that can help you with your self-esteem, with releasing some of your inner demons, or just for buying their access to whatever influence you want to have on them. I think people are these three-dimensional creatures. I would say creatures with their own wills, with their own way of thinking, with their own way of perceiving the world. If you have their confidence to share it with you, you're gonna find different ways of perceiving the world that you live in, and that information may help you with your life decisions, especially when you're becoming an adult. That input may help you finding happiness, and I think everybody here, or most of us here in the world, are here to find happiness. I just remember a video of a little girl that can't say happiness. She say happiness. It's really fun. You should go there and you should find it. And I think that's it. I think that's all I want to say. I'm gonna check the time on you guys. I hope I could do it over here. No, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna check it on the camera. Oh, it's been 21 minutes, so I think also all the time we have for now. I hope you enjoy the book, enjoy everything that we did today, and I hope you have a great one. In this video, I already cut my hair and shaved. The previous ones I didn't do it, so I hope you enjoy this one. Have a great one.